In this video, I want to show what it cost me to own my horses for 1 month. Starting off with my smallest horse, but my most expensive, is Mr. Yoshi. The reason Yoshi is my most expensive horse is because he's a rescue and we've just been working on some things with his health. The biggest expense Yoshi had this month was he went to the vet. He went to the chiropractor and got adjusted. He also got a PPID test, which is a test for Cushing's. We wanted to see if maybe he had Cushing's, but that came back negative. The vet bill altogether was $270. Yoshi's gone to the vet probably once a month for the last 4 months just to get a lot of testing done. We're gonna cut back on the vet a little bit and focus on his diet just because all the tests came back negative. And so the next step would just be working on his diet and some other things. For Yoshi's feed, he gets a few different things. We buy alfalfa cubes to soak for him. A bag of that costs $21.99, and that will usually last me a little bit over a month. He gets Triple Crown Senior Feed, which is $31.78, and that will last me, I'm gonna guess, probably around a month. He has a vitamin E supplement that I just purchased. That was for $56, but that will last me probably 2 months. And he has a probiotic that I just had to buy again for $27, but that will literally last 6 months. He has a curcumin supplement that's $10. That will last a while. I also buy him Quaker Oats each week, which is about $10 a week. And then he had the farrier visit, which was $40 this month. So in total, that's about $470 this month for Mr. Yoshi here. Every month won't be that expensive because we had the vet, and then also I don't have to buy his supplements every single month. And so he's rubbing his head on my butt. He's the only horse I allowed to scratch himself on us. The big horses are not allowed to do that, but this little pony's spoiled. $470 this last month, but totally worth it for his cuddles and his scratches. So Tucker is my cheapest horse. Yes, very low maintenance. Tucker only had one expense this month, and it was his $40 farrier bill for a hoof trim. After calculating the numbers, I have a new appreciation for Tucker, but that just shows you the wide variety of costs you may have. For one horse, it may be really high, and for one horse, it may be really low, just depending on the horse and how low maintenance they are or how high maintenance they are. The reason I don't have a feed bill for Tucker is right now during the summer where we have plenty of grass, he doesn't need to get grain or anything. He's a very easy keeper, and so he can sustain himself on the grass. During the winter, I will actually start feeding him like soaked alfalfa just to give him some more protein. Besides that, all he'll eat is grass. It's Ruak's turn. We've only had Ruak a few weeks, but he has a few expenses already. Ruak's biggest expense so far has been his vet bill. When he first got here, we just had the vet come out and look him over, get his vaccines, check his age, things like that. And we also did get some medicine for his eye when they were out, just because he had a scratch in his eye. So overall, that cost $227. Then the vet also had us put Ruak on a feed, just because Ruak's not even a year old yet and he's still growing. We wanted to give him some feed to help give him more energy to grow. And so we got him Triple Crown, and I think it's called Triple Crown Strategy Feed, and it was for $31.50. All that said, Ruak will have some other expenses coming up. In a few months, we're gonna have to geld him, and I already talked to the vet, and that's gonna cost us $400. We're also gonna need his Coggins, which will cost us $54. And then the next farrier visit, I'm hoping that he will be ready to get his feet trimmed by then, and so that will be $40. However, that is not included in this month. Overall, Ruak has cost me $258.50 this month, but a large portion of that is from his vet bill. The reason I'm able to afford having 3 horses is because we have our own land, so we don't have to pay board. But when I was boarding Tucker, it was $250 a month just for pasture board. And so if we had to pay that for every single one of our horses, we would be paying $750 a month just in board. Your board is gonna be your biggest expense. And so if you can keep your horses on your own land, that's great because you'll save all that money. But if not, you may just be able to afford one horse. There are some other expenses that I did not include with the horses cost, but overall contribute to the horses. When we went to purchase Ruak, we had to purchase some supplies for him. Like we got brushes, we got another water tub to add because he drinks a lot of water. We also had to get a halter for him and a lead rope. So overall, we spent about $100 just getting supplies for Ruak. One thing I have to do soon, as you can see, is I need to weed control the fields. I bought a tub of weed control that was $79. And then you just dilute it with some water and we'll spray the fields. Lastly, we had a tree fall on our fence line and break through the fence. So to repair that, it was $35 for the boards of wood and then also some stone to fill some holes. So for all the expenses that have contributed to caring for the horses this last month, it has been $979.27. Almost about 500 of that was in vet bills. Usually your horse won't have to go to the vet every single month. And so I had 2 that had to do vet visits this month. So if I would subtract that, I would spend almost $500 total for the horses this month. I do have 2 very big expenses coming up with the horses that I just wanted to mention, so you can be aware that this may be something you have to deal with. But I have their annual fall vet visit coming up. In this vet visit, they're gonna get their teeth checked, probably get their teeth floated. They all get their Coggins, their second round of the biannual vaccines. Since I have all geldings, they're gonna have to get their sheaths cleaned. So I'm expecting that visit to cost me about $1,000 with the 3 horses. Another big expense is I'm gonna have to buy my winter hay soon. I buy it in the summer because it is cheaper to buy in the summer. I'm only gonna get 40 square bales just because we have a lot of grass here. And if it snows or maybe we run out of grass, then I start using the hay. So if I get 40 bales, and it's $7 a bale, that's gonna cost me $280. Please don't let this video discourage you. Like I said, Tucker, he cost me about $40 a month, super cheap. So you can find a situation where you are paying less for your horse each month, but it is important to be realistic about the numbers and whether you're able to commit financially to situations if they arise. If your horse needs to go to the vet, if you need to build a new fence or something like that, that's all something to keep in mind. If you're looking to purchase your first horse soon and you want more of a breakdown of the finances and the care involved with horses, I have an online course that walks you through all of that in every aspect. It's called the Horse Care Keys to Success course. And I will put the link to that course in the description of this video, or you could go to shop.equinehelper.com and check that out.